Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Commodity TV here for you from Zurich out of the roadshow of Equinox Gold. And with me here is Ross Beatty, the chairman of the company, a mining legend, a star investor, founder of Pan American Silver and several other multi-billion-dollar companies with lots of success. And he just got the Order of Canada last year. He was awarded, and also he is a member of the Hall of Fame of Mining, right? And I'm very happy and pleased that you are here with me.
Thank you very much.
Before we start, Ross, maybe 1-2 sentences. Why have you gone now into the gold space?
Well, I could speak for hours about that question, so I'll make it very short. I just love gold right now. I'm not a gold bull. I'm not an irrational investor. I just love gold because I believe in secular markets and cyclical markets. And right now, I think we're back in a secular bull trend for gold. You had a bear market for four years or so, from 2011 to 2016, and now we're back in a bull trend. There's many reasons to love gold.
Fantastic.
Supply reasons, demand reasons, macroeconomic reasons, microeconomic reasons, lots and lots of reasons to love gold. But at the end of the day, it's a gut feeling. I loved silver in 1994. Yeah. I was right. I built a big silver company around that. I loved copper in 2002. I was right. I built a great copper business around that. And right now, I just love gold.
Fantastic.
At some point, I won't. I mean, the market will go up and it'll be time to sell. But it's a fantastic environment to build a mining company too.
Exactly. But there's always a time to get in and a time to sell, for sure. So let's give us a reason. Why have you built Equinox Gold? You amalgamated or consolidated 3 companies. Give us a short overview on that, please.
Okay, so for the last 10 years, my main business is building a renewable energy company. That was successful. Last year I sold it for about $1.1 billion, and now I'm going to do something new. And I decided to try to build a gold mining company because it's a great way to capitalize on what I feel about gold in terms of the price likely to rise, and in that environment, many good opportunities to build a company with multiple assets, like a roll-up almost, mergers and acquisitions, putting companies together to build one big new mining company, which we now brand Equinox Gold. It's the first company I've joined the board of in about 10 years, something I've put a lot of my personal money into. I really believe in the model, and I just think it's going to be a big win. So it's a very exciting time for me.
How much have you invested in the company? If
Probably
I may ask that?
Somewhere between $50 and $60 million.
Just 20
that's
million.
A
commitment.
Yeah, just 20 million in the last month, and so I'm certainly putting my money where my mouth is. I'm the largest shareholder. I own about 10% of the company.
Yeah, great. Who are the other shareholders?
It's a very good shareholder registry. We have many high net worth investors. We have large institutions. The stock is very liquid. We trade about 1 million shares a day right now, and it's a wonderful shareholding register. The usual suspects plus lots of retail investors. It's a widely held company now.
Fantastic. I would say you have like 2 anchor mining projects in the company. One is Arizona, which you want to put in production this year already, and the other one is Castle Mountain. Maybe let's start with the production story, because it's getting more, it is a little bit more sexy in that sense that you make immediate cash flow, right?
Sure. I mean, how do you make money for people in this space? You build good mines, you explore for gold, you're successful in exploration, but mostly you go big. You try to build scale, large production base, so large cash flow, great dividends, big exploration success, building millions and millions of ounces of gold, giving investors leverage to higher gold prices. While at the same time, if gold does not go up, you build a great case for just a solid producing company. That's what worked for me in the silver business. It's going to work for me in Equinox Gold as well.
Great. And how many ounces do you think you might produce at the start?
You know, Arizona right now is being built. We're fully financed. It'll be in production at the end of the year. It will produce around 140,000 ounces for the foreseeable future. Castle Mountain will have 2 phases, an early phase, which we're just finishing a pre-feasibility study on now, should be in production 2019 at a relatively small scale, maybe 50,000 ounces. We'll see what the pre-feas says, but in that range, very low capital cost because it is already permitted. We're just building on a brownfield site. The real story at Castle Mountain is the big expansion, which will be, you know, probably 250,000 ounces, something like that, maybe even more, because we have a huge resource base there. And we haven't done nearly enough work to really quantify that, but that's the basic plan. Phase 1, small scale. Phase 2, very large scale. Collectively, the company should be producing around 400,000 ounces a year, say in 4 or 5 years.
Wow, fantastic.
That's what we're going to do with existing assets.
Great. And let's say a little bit longer maybe at Castle Mountain. Also, as you said, you can start small, but you can also do it on a bigger scale possibly, yeah? Where do you see, let's say, yeah, a possible Capex for that? And how do you think you can finance that?
Yeah, the Capex for Phase 1 is very low. It will be financed with absolutely no problem. Believe me, it's just a few tens of millions. It's not going to be significant.
Even you could do that.
Yeah, of course. It's a small issue. The second phase, I really don't know what the Capex is yet. I can't tell you. We don't know the metrics, but we know the resource is huge. We have 4 or 5 million ounces currently in resources, and this will justify a very large mine that will go for many, many years. There's also a fantastic opportunity at Castle Mountain for deeper exploration, high-grade, narrow vein, routes to this big low-grade system that's there. But it's too early to really quantify that.
Wow, fantastic.
Large.
But I saw in your presentation also you have some, let's say, smaller, like copper, gold, silver, moly even projects there. What is the pickup on that?
So Equinox Gold was put together from 3 companies, Anfield, Newcastle, and Trek Mining. Each one of those companies had, you could say, non-core assets. And the first thing we're going to do this year is try to spin those off or sell them for cash and put the cash back into the core assets, which are Aurizona in Brazil and Castle Mountain in California, as well as other opportunities we have coming in through mergers and acquisitions efforts that we're making right now. So I don't know how much they're going to raise, but the big effort is to divest them. The main asset, I would say, there's a couple of small gold assets in Peru and Canada, which should realize something in the tens of millions of dollars. But the interesting one to me is this really exciting copper deposit in Ecuador called Warintza. We'll see what happens, but copper's got great legs right now, and I think that kind of asset should have great interest for investors. Probably we'll spin it out to our shareholders. Let's see what happens. It should be done this year, though. We should try to realize some value for that in Equinox and give our shareholders value for it as well, because currently it's in the those non-core assets are valued at 0 right now.
Fantastic. And of course, as you are one of the largest shareholders, actually you think like a shareholder. You are fully assigned, of course. So that means they can maybe expect like a share dividend or something like that, right?
Something like that.
Fantastic. Stay with dividends. Let's assume everything goes the way you want it and you're very successful. Let's assume gold goes to $1,500, $1,600 and you make a chunk of money out of that. Would it be likely you pay some dividends in the future? You know,
the mantra on dividends, Jochen, is we cannot pay a dividend quickly enough. The faster we pay a dividend, the more it will be a financial success. But of course, there's a real balance between putting your you could say surplus cash flow back into growth opportunities and giving it back to shareholders.
Or do both.
Or do both. And so that's my experience with Pan American. We're making more money than we're spending in growth opportunities. So we're paying a big dividend, and that should continue.
I love to hear that. Fantastic.
We can't do it quickly enough.
Then, Ross, I'm pretty sure we see us at PDAC latest, I would presume, maybe for another update interview. We wish you now a really good start on that because it's quite a new company. I think it was founded in December, right?
It started trading December 22nd, so it's a new company. I hope it's going to be a really huge company, something that's going to be on the global stage of gold mining companies for a long, long time.
And what we maybe should also point out, I mean, I'm allowed to say that you are covered by 6, 7 analysts already, and the price targets are all 100% north of the today's share price. So that gives, of course, a lot of respect to you, but I think also for the excellent work for the team.
Yes, you have on the ground. The team is good. I mean, right now it's a really nice picture, and I hope it will stay that way.
Fantastic. Let's stay with the nice picture. Thank you very much. Keep fingers crossed and hope to see you soon for the update.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Ross. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Ross Beatty, the chairman of Equinox Gold. And you heard it. He's back into the gold space. He likes gold a lot. He's quite positive on that. But also Equinox will be in production latest by December this year. That's what they want to achieve with Aurizona. And also Castle Mountain could start quite soon, let's say 2019, 2020 on a small scale, then move on to a bigger scale. Money is not the issue. There is enough around. They have fantastic fantastic shareholders. Ross even invested like $60 million into the company. I think great commitment. The company has around $100 million cash in the bank sitting, so they are perfectly positioned to benefit from the growth of gold price. So thanks for watching us. Bye-bye. Check out the company.